Hey guys, how's it going? This is LG Runs Wild, episode 13, lucky number 13, boys.
Yes,
Leafs,
sir.
Leafs, Trains, and Royal Wagons. That's what this show is all about tonight. Gazella, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm always doing great. Fatty, how you doing?
Uh,
Oh, I'm pleasant.
You're pleasant.
Let's hold on. All right, sidebar.
Okay.
Let me explain to you the end of my day at work today.
sidebar. Here we go.
Well, we know
My
you watched
idiot.
Pawn Stars.
Yes, I did. Idiot coworker lets a dude pick up his axle that we just did $3,300 worth of work on without paying first, and then dude
Oh,
fucking leaves. Just straight bye. See ya. Does not come back in. Had to call the cops and spend 30 minutes writing it up.
oh,
Yeah, it's a family-owned shop too, so my dad owns the shop.
Oh.
oh!
I was real thrilled.
What? But,
Yikes!
but why?
Ah,
That
As
that
Stanky
hurt.
would say, broke ass bitches.
That You had to rope him into this before we
I,
even got anywhere of substance. I mean,
I
I guess
there you
that's
go.
the. I mean, I guess it's better to get it out now. Saves the real talk for the real talk.
Eh,
Sorry.
Yeah, that's my day so far.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
yeah no.
I, I kind of had not as bad of a day.
Yeah, you have to
Uh,
go back to work or something, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, I can work from like my home office here. So I was at dinner. Right, it's about 7 o'clock my time when this happens. So, we're just at dinner eating, and I could just feel my phone like rattling in my pocket, and I was like, "What the?" I was like, What is going on?" So I look at it, and I've just got a whole shit list of pings in our Teams chat, and it's just like, "Hey, whoa!" They're pretty freaking out, and they're like, "Hey, can you take a look at this? It's supposed to go out tomorrow," and it's like, "Damn!" But turns out I ain't seeing the problem. I don't see there's no issue in the code. I even tested it myself. Works fine. I think the issue is this person that logged the issue and brought it forth. They somehow got a hold of a engineering only firmware, and she put it on her TV, which it wasn't designed ever to be used on that. It's literally like a fourth of completed code. So I think it stripped a bunch of like the working certs out of her TV. So then she rolled it back to the firmware she's actually supposed to be testing, and I think it's just fucked. That TV's fucked now. Like you're gonna have to pretty much put a whole logging cable in it and re-download like the basic memory of the fucking thing. But yeah, that simple error someone made caused a huge shit storm for me, and that's what I've been doing for like the last hour and a half, 2 hours. So
That's incredible.
yeah, I figured it out because I was like, what she said was, yeah, and then I keep seeing this issue with the new menu, and I was like, the new menu, that's not in this firmware version. Like, what? How are you seeing that? And then that's when she told me she's like, well, I got this firmware to check a different issue, and I was like, no, like what? No, you're not authorized to use that. Uh,
Oh no.
that
yeah,
that's
it's
that's a grand old time.
but at least we figured out the problem. So move on.
Yeah, user error. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Buck,
oh
how
man,
about you?
I mean, I drive around a truck all day and drop packages off at doorsteps. It doesn't get any easier than that. I might get chased by a dog here and there, but or yelled at by an angry customer. But most of the time I'm having a good time. Just listening to my tunes, dropping packages off. Get angry at my dispatch and idiots on the road, but that's everybody. So
There you
You
go.
ever just dream of going on a hitting spree with your big box truck?
I do that
Yeah,
with so
running over
I
cones and
actually
stuff.
I deliver where I live. Like I
There we go.
deliver in the same area. So
Okay.
the main road that I live on has been under construction for 3 years. It's like they're finalizing work at the end of October, but they close all the side streets. So it makes my job a living nightmare because I can only turn right on 2 out of 14 streets on one side and turn left on 2 out of 18 streets on the other side. So I can't even cross over. It's only one lane going down, going west. I have no east lane, so I got to go all the way around all the time.
Yeah, the best part
So
is that
it's just,
UPS's routes.
oh my god. So like
they're-
my run isn't traced really well. So like I'm going like 1,000s, 4,000s, 2,000s, 8,000s, 7,000s. Like it's all fucked up. Like I don't follow my sticker sequencing at all. And like there's days, man, like I see those road cones or like they put the little fucking cones on the side of the street now for like bike lane, and then like there's those little fucking pegs that you can just. Some days, man, I'm just like ping, 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 like just.
The best part about like hearing that is because UPS, like for their deliveries, anyways, and I know they try to do it for their pickups, but they give the driver like the best gas mileage route possible.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they're probably just looking at Buck's route like ping, 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 they're like, what the fuck? What's this guy doing? He's got
Costing UPS so much money.
I've got detours,
Yo,
man. I don't know what to do.
No word of a lie, though. I drive 70 to 80 kilometers a day, so like 50 miles, 50
Yeah.
miles max a day. Like most guys refill their like the propane trucks get refilled every night, but the gas trucks it's like every 2 or 3 days. Mine 4.5.
All right, I gotta take this work call. I gotta step away for just a second. Sorry, fellas.
This guy.
Super important.
Oh,
Yeah, this is super important. Sorry.
See,
listen.
this is
Let
why
me tell you. Let's talk about how that. You want to like workshop how that fucking conversation's going?
you could probably hear it
I
going. But like, come on, man. You fucked up your TV. This is what you can do to make your TV better. Hit it with a sledgehammer, call for the warranty, and get a replacement.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
After you've hit it with a sledgehammer.
Yes.
You gotta put it.
After throwing your child through the screen.
I mean, my child being the controller that I just angrily threw at the screen because I, got EA'd some way, one way or another.
What's the VA for you this week, though? Look at you, WJC 3-0.
Oh, shut up. I ran a grinder build and put up 44 hits in 27 penalty minutes.
Third overall pick, Buck.
Third overall TC pick, but
Yeah. Jeez.
Jeez, that's a terrible time. Well, did you watch the NHL LG finals at all between
did.
the
I
Golden
did.
Knights
I
and the
watched-
Leafs?
Yes, I watched Sam A's stream, who I actually had in the CHL. When he was, I forget his old tag, but he was boys with one of the guys that I used to play with.
Okay.
The Leafs looked disgusting.
So my buddy Neeler was on the Penguins, so he was super upset about losing, but he was also happy because he could finally uninstall the game.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But
I mean, that team, like both teams were really good though.
but
Like that was ripping and dangs, right?
Yeah. I watched bits and pieces of that series, but I watched like most of Game 7. Oh, sorry, I muted Gazella. He's back. I gotta go unmute him now. Just because his work call was getting in the way a bit. Why is it?
No, he didn't.
There we go. We're good. Sorry, Gazelle. You're back.
No, you're fine. Sorry, I thought I muted the mic before I stepped away.
No, you're good. It was just we started talking a little bit about the LG Leafs in Vegas NHL Finals. And
Oh, yes,
I asked
yeah.
Patty if he had seen any of it, and he
Oh.
confirmed that he did. And now, I said, I watched a bit. What's up?
Is this true?
What?
No trades made?
Oh, for Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they didn't make a trade.
First,
They had all
no
their players
shit,
forbidden.
they're
For-
not.
first time.
Oh my
First
God.
time ever
All
in the A. Or in the end.
Or, I was gonna say in the N. I think that's the first time. I know it's happened in the A before, but that's the first time in the N.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, like I'm pumped for the guys. I had a good laugh yesterday morning though when Tris handed out the cups. So I don't know if you guys saw the uproar a bit, but the community was very upset yesterday morning because Tris is a
Hmm.
Leafs fan. And this is the first time the Leafs have ever won a cup in Tris's lifetime, whether it's real life or LG, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. They've come to finals, they've won President's trophies. They hadn't won a Stanley Cup. So Tris was like, yo, Leafs, you my boys, here's free plat. Like, here's free platinum on the site.
Hmm.
And people were
Yep.
just like, but what about the other winning teams? Like, Ontario didn't get one, or,
Hmm.
the PSN side didn't get theirs, the Sabres and the Barracuda, and people were just like freaking out because he was just like, well, what's he doing? Why did they get free platinum, but we didn't? Like, that's not fair. Listen, I see that side, but I also see it from staff and Trish side. We're just like, it's his website. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. It's a feature that
Well,
he added to the site that you pay for.
right. And he also say that like a couple years ago, if the Leafs ever won on LG,
Yeah,
he was gonna do something for him for finally getting his Leafs the cup.
yeah,
Like,
I remember.
so I think it's kind of cool. I mean, it wouldn't matter like who was on the team. It's just the fact that it's the Leafs. So whoever was on it and won just so happened to luck into free plat.
Yeah, but I was just like a lot, and I understand people being upset about it because it kind of is just like, you know,
Yeah.
slap in the face because no other team ever has gotten free plat for winning a cup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see it from that perspective,
Yeah,
but like,
so
I mean,
it's tough.
I don't think it's a big deal
I don't
personally. I think it's kind of cool that he did that because I mean, let's be honest, Leafs probably aren't ever going to see a cup again. So
real life
there's that. Yeah.
or LG.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. But
You
now
know,
now we can talk about a real series
okay.
because you can't stop a train. The Ontario train.
Yeah, that
They
train there in
the,
Ontario.
the train that went to Game 7 in every series and blew a lot of leads in pretty much every series. And then went out and stomped on Rochester.
Yeah, they I'm not gonna lie. I was it yeah, the game 4 there. They're up 4-2 with like 10 minutes left. And I actually messaged Shorty and said, "Hey, I'm about to hop on, get everything powered up because once this game's over, I'm going to issue the banners that way in the morning. Because basically, how it works is Trish sees that the awards were issued. Then, once those awards are issued, he can give the guys their cup in the shout box, right? That way, he knows who to properly give to, all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. And so we try to do that as quick as possible so that way, everyone can start cup checking, especially Fleet. Shout out Fleet. Awesome fucking playoff run there. But yeah, so I get everything powered up. I look back over at the stream and it's fucking 4-4.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, what? What are
I
they doing?
I tuned into that game and it was like 2-0 or something, and then I tuned back in and it was OT at 4-4, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so like at that point, I was kind of like, no shot. They allowed these guys to come back on
Oh
me,
yeah.
or
Oh yeah.
and then, but then they came out in game 5 and they asserted dominance.
1-0 dominant win.
Yes, sir. It
The
was
the
that game
big
was crazy though.
yeah, it was.
They finished it though. Congrats to those guys.
Big 1-0 win. Game 7.
It's all it takes, man.
Yes,
Just takes
sir.
one.
You would know, wouldn't you?
I would.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah,
I
we
I
lost that game 7 to Ontario, 1-0
I
in
know.
overtime.
I've lost a game 7, 1-0 as well.
Was
So.
it
Yeah.
more watching the team that beat you go out and smack the shit out of the other team?
What?
Like, serious
Okay.
question.
Serious question. So, and this isn't like a cocky thing at all. We knew, as far as Stockton goes, and I'm pretty sure Ontario knew it too, that whoever came out of our series was winning the Calder or should at least win the Calder. Um, I feel like both of our teams were very deep and very well run.
Yeah.
So, and we had played some really tough games all season, right? Our conference was really strong. I'm not necessarily saying the East was super weak, but compared to the West, um, it just so happened that the stronger teams ended up on that side of the conferences. But uh, we were fairly confident, especially when we saw Providence go down,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think it
that's
was
fair.
just I don't think it was just us that thought the strongest team was Providence. I think a lot of people did. And I think the reason why we thought that was because there's one thing that Rochester did really well all season, and they played a really good trap game,
Yeah.
right? But they didn't really have,
Hockey.
yeah, they just didn't have that much firepower. And the problem was, is like our team and Ontario, like you're playing against guys that can easily break the trap. Like a lot of those guys could have been playing in the NHL this season on either team. Like, I mean, we had multiple first year guys on Stockton not even have a regulation loss as rookies, right? Then you got Ontario. They got guys like Mimic, Lup, Gent had a really good season. Avatar had a really good season. Their decor was outstanding, right? Like, not only could they trap, but they had the firepower too. So that's why we felt that when we saw Providence go down, that was when we were like, the Calder's going to the West.
That's fair.
So, and that's speaking as a player, 100%. So you guys know, no favoritism there.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I've always wondered, like, being that close, because I've never been that close.
I
Like,
mean, I didn't feel like gouged by it by any means because Ontario definitely. I mean,
they deserved it as much as
they,
you.
yeah, like I don't feel that I mean, at the end of the day, they deserved it because they came out on top in our series.
So,
I
Yeah.
mean,
I'd rather go out in the way you guys did, like in 7 to Ontario, than make it to the Cup Finals and get swept.
that would suck. Yeah, getting to the
So
finals
close
needs
to lose
swept.
it all.
Yeah, Bucks out there waving. Yeah, that would definitely
It
suck for
sucked.
sure.
It sucked last year, like
Oh, I
last
bet.
season. Like
Well, I think
get to the fucking
it,
Cup Finals, you go down 0-2 because the GM makes a really poor decision,
Yeah,
and
your
then
guys is
and if
yeah.
he doesn't make that decision, the series is split going into the second day. We don't get swept.
Mm.
So, but I'm over it now. But
was just something I really wanted to, like, I just wanted someone's opinion on that's been that close. Both of you have, so.
yeah,
Yeah. And I will say it was pretty cool seeing Ontario win because they had guys that had been to the Calder finals
3 times in a
like
row.
3 or 4 times in a row
Yeah.
now, and they'd fallen short each time, right? So thank God Lupp was able to make sure, and Clemsy, and with the additional Lapo there, they made sure that Lupp and Clems didn't become the old Buffalo Bills tale, 0-4 in the finals. So good out of them.
Yeah.
Much deserved to those guys. Great guys too.
Talking about being swept, how about them Broncos?
Oh boy. One last thing I want to go on that AHL thing.
Okay.
I think it is pretty badass that Caxnan won a Mem and then a Calder.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Nope.
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 Cax bad guy. Nope. Mm-mm. Just
Really?
kidding. I'm just kidding. I
Oh,
like Cax.
I was like,
No, it's just a
I
joke.
think that's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. We were actually, I think Mimic and I were talking about it yesterday. We said he's got to go. We got to force him to the end now to see if he can get the trifecta.
Back to back to back, yeah.
I think that's just really cool. Like you talk about the slim margin of like error for winning the cup in general, to go win it as a manager in one league and then go win it as
A
a
player,
player the next season
yeah.
and then another league higher than that. That's pretty cool. So
It
shout,
still won't top fourth line doing the A and then the N as a manager back to back seasons.
Yeah, that's crazy, but
Manitoba, then fucking Rangers, bang bang.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
nuts.
Dangs, Leafs here.
Yeah.
Congrats on the cup, Dangs.
Leaf.
yeah,
First one
seriously.
Montreal will ever see.
Okay, jump into the sea. We had Victoria versus Swift Current, which ended in a sweep.
One of you guys called that, didn't you?
I think Vatty did.
Let
Some
me see.
I
one of
think
you guys called him
I
getting.
think I had Victoria in 6, but yeah, like that's super funny that they got swept. Like I have nothing against Hines. Hines is a good guy, but he got really emotional at the end of like the Moose Jaw series, and like the emotions just
Mhm.
stuck with him, and like he was just so over it, and it showed on the ice, and they got absolutely ramshackled.
I mean, I give them props. Like they at least kind of made it close.
Yeah.
And until game two, like game two was really the only game that like holy
Game two,
shit they got out of hand
their
quick.
goalie stopped trying. Their
Yeah,
goalie legit stopped trying in game two. They lost 9-2. I think they had.
actually
Yeah.
didn't
I
call
think they
that by the way.
and
I
like.
had the Royals in 6.
Uh,
I was just looking.
Okay. I thought when you guys said
I think it
they
was
were
Buck.
getting. Yeah, I thought maybe Buck that
no,
you had said there
I
that
had.
you could see them getting swept then.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
pretty
I
sure
know
I
it was
said that.
brought up.
Yeah, I think I said I'm pretty sure their top line might steal 2, but outside of that, like I was pretty sure they were gonna get
No,
swept,
okay.
something like that. Yeah. But so yeah, that kind of sucks. Love my ketchup boy, but can't be doing
Yeah.
that. I mean, I'd rather still get swept in the WHL finals than the men finals, rather than not get swept at all. But hey, I got swept again. This
Yeah.
back to back playoff exits have been sweeps for me,
Yeah.
and
At least you lost the potential winner of it all almost,
I was
possibly
I
two
was
times in a row.
that's what I was just gonna get to. I was like, well, at least Wagons, aka Saginaw, the team I've been like behind literally since before playoffs started, being like, this is the team that's gonna like go all the way.
hmm
And everyone's like, no man, no. I'm like, listen, I know the Wagons, they're a good team.
I know the wagon up.
They don't get off the fucking game. They play with a lot of
Last
good.
night.
They literally play with like all the Ontario guys all the time. Like
I mean, they played.
I see like Climsy playing with them, and like sometimes Sud dudes playing with them. Like
Yeah.
that team is good, like really fucking good. Like I'm still behind them, but
Yeah, I mean,
I feel bad because Oshawa was up 3-1 and I jinxed them.
you did. You pulled the old reverse Swifty thing.
So because the Royals swept, we had the problem that Oshawa was up 3-1, so I was like, well guys, if you guys face off in the finals, Oshawa versus Victoria, y'all are gonna have to play game 73 to see who gets home ice. Because they have the exact same record, same points, and they don't have a head to head this season. Those are the only tiebreakers. So they would have to play game 73 to determine home ice. And like Victoria was upset because they didn't want to have to play game 73 and thought it was pointless because it just shows their game 7 line, even though everyone already knows who their game 7 line is, considering they've, been to game 7.
Yeah. I mean, that is what it is, right? I mean, I much more would have preferred like a marble stream to determine home ice. Love marble streams. Big fan here.
um,
Yeah.
so I messaged both teams in the managers chat being like, just so you guys know, you guys are gonna have to play game 73 on an off LG day, just like if this happens. And like Swifty and the Oshawa manager were like, "Oh my god, you just jinxed us! You just jinxed us!" That was Tuesday morning that I sent that message out. Tuesday night happens. Saginaw wins all 3.
I watched.
I watched them all.
I didn't see Game 7. I saw Game
Yes,
6.
I didn't see Game 7. I heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about Game 7. I watched Game 6. Saginaw played really well.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually came back. They were losing that game.
Played them last night in club. So upsetting.
Hi.
Oh yeah, Vaddy
No way,
was...
we should have won that game.
Yes, we should have. Vaddy was actually in that game. I forgot about that. It was a good game.
I didn't play like ass. Holy shit, that was something.
No.
I think I played them last night in club too, and Sudden was in net. I think we lost in overtime.
Sudden played defense when we played them.
And the Llama played net.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It doesn't matter who plays net when you're haven't touched grass in 2 months.
It's okay. All of our characters on the show and on our background are all touching grass all the time, so we're safe.
Yeah, I eat grass.
That's what I said the other day. I said that in Swifty's No Thumbs Discord. I was like, I'm a cow. I literally eat grass. So you can't say I don't touch grass.
Proven fact here.
And gazelles and deers, just graze.
Yep, absolutely.
So Saginaw 1-7. So now we have Saginaw versus Victoria, which is what you would expect out of the WHL, that the actual top seed comes out.
Yeah, I'm kind of stoked for those guys like Spec and Sam's, like congratulations to them, man. They finally got there. Well deserved.
So excited for them.
They got 4 more games to win. So let's see if the guys can get it done here. It should be really good. Yeah, it should be a good series. Very good series, I would expect. Hopefully
I feel like the top line games
it'd be nice to be able to watch it.
The top line games are either going to be like stupidly high scoring, or it's going to be a 1-0 OT game, and it's literally going to come down to the third lines.
I don't know. They both obviously got pretty decent defense.
Yeah.
But both sides got scores. So
that's what I mean.
Yeah, if you see that's gonna be crazy to see a low scoring game. I would expect like a mid tier, but I feel like they're gonna be all like 1-goal games.
Like, I feel like it's going to be like a 7-6 game or a 1-0 OT game. Like, straight up.
Goalies make the saves or they don't, eh?
It's just, it's stopping the plays. Like, I've played both teams. Like, they have specific plays that they run. Their top lines.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I could see being Saginaw's downfall. In the game against Oshawa, they literally ran the same exact zone entry and the same exact pass play like 7 or 8 times.
Yep, that's what they do because they play
all
the time.
Yeah, I mean that's great and all, but like if you got a team that actually can defend, like if that's really your only play, you might be screwed. I don't know. Obviously, that's the only game that I've actually truly gotten to watch of theirs.
Fair.
But like I don't know if they just kept going to it because Oshawa just wasn't locking it down, and so they're just like, "Hey, we're going to keep doing it until you make us do something else." It could be that. I don't know. So it'll be interesting.
Like, when my line played them, like it's the same thing. Like they kept doing the same things, and like we lost in 2 OT. It wasn't like it was a super nice goal or anything. It was just like one of those like off a rush or I can't remember exactly. It was either off a rush or just a broken play.
Goal. It's the same way we lost last night.
Yeah.
It's just like a broken play.
Yeah, broken play.
They're really good at making broken plays work for them, though.
Yeah,
they know the game well enough.
Yeah.
As long as the puck crosses the goal line, that's all that counts, right?
Yeah. I'm not taking anything away from them.
Oh, absolutely.
So right now the poll is at 17 votes for Victoria and 14 for Saginaw.
That's probably the most even finals vote I've seen in a while.
I also have Saginaw on 6, so that's going to move it up to 15 for Saginaw.
You get Saginaw on 6.
Voted. I got Royals in 6.
I can't not vote Saginaw. I've had them since
you got to keep going.
Like,
I see.
I'm just committed to the cause, but too like
Yeah,
they
you're in
shouldn't.
for the ride. You're either
Yeah,
going to look like a genius or put your foot in your mouth. It's one or the other. There's no in between.
you know,
You're just going for it.
if they win too, like I'm gonna look like the smartest man back in like week 8, being like, this team's gonna win the cup. I'm telling you, like they're gonna go all the way. They're gonna be the team that stops Kingston. They weren't because Kingston
Yeah,
didn't get there, but I'm pretty sure they probably would have beat Kingston too.
yeah.
You'll
I
never,
mean,
we'll never know, but
yeah. Never. That is true. Never know. But I don't know. I think, like I said, it'd be nice to be able to watch the series. I get why we won't be able to. Um, but that just sucks because I'm sure it's going to be a good series.
yeah,
It's gonna be a great series.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I got Victoria in 6.
3-6. There you go. Yeah, I don't have a pick because I haven't made a single CHL pick. So I'm gonna stay with that and let it ride.
And just cheer for both teams.
Yep. So
Woo!
the show will be split. We got the Saginaw in 6 and then Royals in 6. So
Royal Wagons.
yeah, it's just again, it's gonna be a good series, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, with that also being the conclusion of all of NHL 22, because this is the last series except for PlayStation. Season 43 is coming up. NHL 23 is coming up. And it's already been confirmed that there is a roster reset coming for season 43/21.
Mm-hmm.
So Xbox just did one at the start of
Yeah.
NHL 22. PlayStation hasn't. So I feel like this is going to be good for that side.
Yeah, I mean,
They don't have
they
any
had to
choice.
have they really had to have known it was coming because Xbox had to do one when we jumped to new gen for the same reason that PSN's having to do one, right? So like I feel like they had to know that was coming on the PSN side for sure. Xbox side, um, there's been some mixed opinions and everything that I've seen on the roster reset.
Yeah.
Um, and the one thing I can say is that, Brody would never have a roster reset happen unless there was a major change in something with the overall league, right? Like
Yeah.
like a major change, meaning, a switch to new gen, right? That was a major change to the landscape of the league.
Yeah. Well,
Stuff like that.
yeah.
So,
I mean, we
uh,
already know that PlayStation is going to new gen.
yep, yep,
That
yep.
was
So,
announced a few weeks ago by Triss on the Twitter, I believe.
yep,
On the Twitter, my lord.
yeah,
I meant to say on like the Twitter page, like on like the
yeah.
link in the Twitter page. I said the Twitter. God, that
I wasn't
sounded
gonna correct you.
stupid.
It sounded great, Buck. You're
It
doing
sounded just
fantastic.
absolutely phenomenal tonight, boys. But so that's the only issue is that there's only like 1,600 players on PlayStation that have a PS5.
Yep.
So that's literally half their player base that need to get consoles to come back next season. Which makes sense again with the roster reset because they're losing half their player base, so they can't reassign
Yep.
guys and protect guys and yada 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 without those guys actually having a console.
Yeah. Yep. And like I said, that's why I feel like, once that was announced that PSN would be moving to next gen, I feel like it was the writing should have been on the wall if it wasn't that a reset was definitely happening for them
Yeah,
because that's why Xbox had to do it too, right? Like we didn't see such a drastic drop in our numbers. The PlayStation 5 right now is actually it's getting easier to get one, but it's still expensive.
like yeah, so it's easier because there's
Like
more, but the prices skyrocketed because they only really sell them in bundles now.
yeah, well, I mean, around here you can only get the disc version. Like if you actually walk into a store,
That's
some
dope
stores have
though.
the disc versions, and I mean that's great. That's probably the one I want for PlayStation.
That's what I mean.
But the problem with that is for one, you have like all of them have the same bundle pretty much. It's Madden 23, which bleh, Madden
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Like that game's terrible. It's been terrible for years. And then you gotta buy like an extra controller, which okay. I mean, I'd buy an extra controller anyway, so that's not so bad. But then it's like you gotta get a year of PlayStation Plus or some shit. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, if someone's buying a PS5, 9 times out of 10, they already have PlayStation Plus. So
Right.
now they're just buying it again, and it's just like,
I mean, they got
I
another
don't know.
year of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get another year, but like still, you're just tacking up the price of it. And I think they're doing that so the gouging stops, but
Like I
people scalping
literally
them,
googled PS5 Canada yesterday, and Walmart was one of the first like pop-ups for links, like from like a official buyer. I guess you could say like a known company and
Mhm.
not like a third party seller. And like the cheapest one they had was like just the disc console, and it was 879.99 Canadian, just the console. But then all the bundles were like anywhere between 949 and like 1100, and it's
They
like
have one of those things where you could, like Xbox did, where you can literally,
Mm-mm.
you know what I'm talking about, where you
Yeah,
can like lease
the
the console.
yeah, not that leasing, but Xbox calls it like yeah,
It was
what's
like
that called?
0%. I did it.
Yeah, it's zero
I paid
percent
it.
APR, all that, and it's basically like a loan they
yeah,
do.
rent the console pretty much until it's paid off.
Yeah, it's like a yeah,
Renters.
it's like a loan thing. They don't do
I
the
did that.
interest and
I did that
all
with my
that stuff.
PS4, but I did it from like a third party seller.
Okay, that yeah, but Sony doesn't have anything set up directly like Microsoft did.
Yeah,
Um,
that was cool. I
I
when
thought that was kind of cool
when I
that they
was
did
having
that.
issues when they came out, I
Hmm.
got the X in 2 weeks doing that. So I didn't even buy it from a store. And then you, on top of that, I don't know if you knew, you also got 2 years of gold
Yeah,
Yeah.
on
Uh,
Ultimate, which
hmm
is nice.
I actually tried to do that because they set X amount aside for that point of purchase.
Yeah.
And I heard it was easier to get it. And then as I was like in there doing everything, and as I'm finalizing it, it's like, oh, no longer in stock. And I was like, ah.
It's like,
But
oh,
do they
then I
still
ended up,
do that though?
yeah, they still do it. They've
Yeah.
been doing that for a while now. They started that with like the 1S, I believe it was.
Okay, I'd have to check it out. You know,
Yeah.
I only have
it's a
the
So,
cool setup.
I have the Series S, so I mean
yeah.
I love my Series S. It's a great console still.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because like everyone's like, oh well, you should just get the X then if you're gonna upgrade. It's like, but realistically, there's no like games out right now that are truly just for the X, or that have the
Yeah.
graphics that are strictly for the X. Like, yes, it's smaller. Yes, it has less memory. Yes, it's a little bit like the graphics are a little bit less, and like speed's a little bit less. But it works for what's out right now.
I mean,
Oh,
I'll be
it,
honest. I
it's
have
a
them
game.
at I use them at work for testing, right?
Yeah.
You put an S and an X side by side with NHL on,
No
doesn't look
different.
any different.
Nope.
Doesn't feel any different.
Nope.
Same thing because that game itself can only support so much.
See, like,
So,
I see myself upgrading to the X when Elder Scrolls 6 is officially released, like, release date, everything.
mm,
That's when I'm buying it. Because games like that
yeah.
are going to be for that console.
Hmm.
They
I
literally.
like the X a lot. I think it looks cool. I've got one that just sits on my desk at work that I
The
use.
mini
Right, I
fridge.
use it daily. Right, yeah, it does look kind of like a little mini fridge thing, and
It's
um,
nice. I
I'm
still think
gonna
it's
tell
a
you,
compact size.
like I have it sitting next to the PS5, and it's like it makes it look like an S. The PS5 does. So,
Oh
it
my god, the PS5 is massive. We have one.
it
We
is
have.
massive.
My girlfriend has one upstairs, and I'm like, it's huge.
It is big. It's a big old piece of equipment. That's for sure. But I don't know. I'm sure eventually I'll grab an X. Later down the road.
Oh yeah.
Um, it'll probably happen when we're at the store and I see it in stock and I'll be like, No, grab it. Chooch, size matters. God.
If size matters, Chooch, you should subscribe to Slow Gazelle's Twitch because it increases the size of your peen.
Oh my God.
At least that's what
Yeah,
Nightbot
there you
says.
go. That is what Nightbot says.
So
Um, and speaking on next gen consoles, the PlayStation 5, if you haven't played one, the graphics on it are
incredible.
really, really nice. Like when we got ours from Sony, we got a couple games included with it. One of them was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that looked good.
So
That looks really good on that console.
so she has Horizons, like both of them, and the graphics
Okay.
on that are unfucking real, dude.
You
It's
know,
Forza, yeah.
it
I want to see the new Uncharted game on it. I
right.
bet that would look really good.
Like
Ooh.
all these like solo like RPG games that are real world games, like the graphics these days on them are nuts.
Hmm.
Like Skyrim was way ahead of its time in 2012 when it came out because like that game
Yeah.
still looks insane. And like now that they've remastered it for the new gen consoles, it's even crazier.
Hmm.
And that game's 10 years old.
Right. And then another thing that's also nice that I like about the PlayStation 5 is I wasn't a huge fan of the DualShock 4. I guess
No,
I
the
don't know, it felt
controller's
weird.
really nice.
Yeah, the controller on the PS5 is nice. It's very
It's the
nice.
same size as the Xbox Series X controller. It's
Yep.
just different layout, but it's
Well, and
so nice.
I will say the one thing Sony's got on Xbox, I wouldn't have to buy a PlayStation controller every 3 months. So
Yes.
just
Yes.
saying, you
Their
know,
controllers are much more durable.
yeah, yeah.
And they're
But
just that one, just everything's so nice. I wish I could flip the D pad with the fucking joystick and just use that controller because that controller it feels so much better.
yeah, that controller is really nice.
I didn't
So
like the PS4 controller all that much. Too small for me. I have
it,
fairly
it
small
it
sized hands.
feels weird where my thumbs are with it, like because
Yeah,
I feel like
my
the tips of
thumbs are
my
like
thumbs, like
downwards.
yeah, it's like that, and then like the tips of my thumbs sometimes, like if I had
Touch.
it like resting there, like I'd like flick the other tip, and it was weird. I don't know.
He likes flicking the twig.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
know you
for
can buy the
sure.
warranty and replace them every few months for new ones. But
Yeah,
nobody's got time for that.
I'm gonna be honest, Chooch. I've got a bag in my closet right now that is legit like a Xbox One controller graveyard. Um, my kids play with them all the time. I mean, they still work, but they all have the same problem. They either have stick drift from the left stick or the left stick's broken in when you click it in from
like
playing shell.
like I bought the Aqua Shift controller, like the like limited edition one, like this one for Xbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my
It's
son's got that one.
okay. I bought it in March. By June, stick drift. I
Yeah.
I play goalie. I'm not working it hard.
Yeah.
And the way I found out, I was in the game and I was in player cam, not goalie cam. So like I was looking at the other end of the ice.
Yep.
I flick the camera back, and my goalie's like 3 feet
At the corner.
3 feet outside the net, and I'm like, I haven't touched the left stick in like 2.5 minutes. What the fuck?
That's how I found out I had stick drift on my Elite controller. I was zoomed up watching the play, and the team iced it down the ice, and they scored. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then zoom back, and oh, it's because I'm in the corner. Oh,
It's the worst feeling, especially as a goalie, because you don't see your goalie, and then all of a sudden there's like, guy, what are you doing? And it's like, I haven't touched my controller in like 3 minutes. I don't know, man. Like,
yeah.
I found out
I've just been watching the game. What do you mean?
I found out the hard way too once because like a guy came in the zone and I was in goalie cam and I stepped up and then he just kept going and I'm like, what are you doing? Stop.
I can't remember who it was I was playing with. This wasn't too long ago. It might have been Sham, but I can't remember. I want to say it was a forward. Like he kept shooting and he kept missing everything, like either left or he'd be shooting it into their chest. He's like, I swear to God, I'm aiming right. and someone in the party is just like, just swap your controller out. Maybe something's wrong with the stick. He swaps his controller out, and in that same game, he scored like 6 goals. So yeah, it couldn't have been Sham. Yeah, it wasn't Sham. Sham wouldn't score that much.
No,
But yeah,
might have been
that
Nance.
happened. Yeah, turns out he. So then he like goes back to the menu and let it sit there, and it started going. Yep, stick drift.
Oh man,
There you go.
I've had RB drift before, where the fucking RB fucking just it's like up, but it's still pressing down inside.
Yeah,
I found
yeah. Where
out.
the
So I used to use RB. So RB as a goalie on alternate controls is a useless button. Like it's nothing. So I flipped my hustle and my RB so that I could put the hustle for goalies
that's
to
right.
move faster, like speed burst pretty much, but like it's
Yep.
controlled on RB, and it was like locked down, so like I was moving really quick and it was working out great. But then I pulled myself one day for an extra attacker. And the guy was holding him poke check the entire time.
Yeah.
And the guys were like, "Yo, Buck, what are you doing? Are you trolling right now?" They passed it to me, and I'm just like,
uh, I actually wouldn't go out in LG games, because one club game I came out and I, as a skater, I'd push the stick in, right? So I'd be doing that, and I actually tripped someone. So, um, in LG, I just stay
I've
in the
done
net.
that too, yeah.
I was like, yeah, my controllers are flipped. I'll end up tripping someone accidentally and costing. I'll just stay in my crease.
Yeah, pretty much.
Vatty, how about you? Do you have a controller graveyard for Xboxes too?
No, I
Oh,
don't poach check that much, so
No,
I
but
feel like
you don't get
comparison.
stick drift or a button that sticks or nothing.
A button that sticks every once in a while. Usually, my controllers go bye bye, as you know.
Through TVs.
oh, the dog.
The dog.
The dog ate the controller.
Speaking of which, they just made an entrance. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's Michael Vick's Fight Club in my house right now.
Oh
Oh
boy.
Jesus.
Jeez.
It's going down, huh?
All the
Yeah,
time.
Chunk is straight aerial attacking the other dog, Linus. It's a
Chunk
good
is
time.
Chunk is being a thunder chunk.
Yes.
That's awesome, dude.
That's great. So
Got a battle going.
you had a very long stream last night, Gazelle.
Oh yeah, I did.
I know you had tuned in, like kept telling us to come tune in, and I was like, "How long has it been?" And it was like 4.5 hours. How long did it go?
8.5 hours.
8. How? How do you have the mental strength to stream and play NHL that long straight? I get lost in RPG games and I can play them for 8 hours
no,
straight.
like
But NHL, like after like 4 or 5 games, it's like I need to go walk, I need to go do something. Like 8 hours, dude.
Buck has that Wii Sports thing that tells
hey,
you to get up, and
No,
he does.
yeah,
I
it's called ADHD.
I got it too. You're fine.
I guess I played on Stockton, so I got trained.
to not touch grass,
Yeah.
or to finally touch grass at 4:55 a.m.
Yeah, something like that.
Jeez.
There's probably dew outside by that time. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I usually know like I should probably stop playing cello because I hear the birds singing.
Oof.
Oh, that's bad, bro.
Go to bed.
Nah, no, that's free time.
The best part is when I see him, he'll send me a message. It'll be like 4:52 a.m. my time and like 3:52 a.m. his time, and then I'll send him a response when I wake up at like 8:30 a.m. and he responds like, I'm like, dude, sleep.
Yeah, man, I get like 3-4 hours of sleep. I don't do that every night,
No.
right? That's like maybe a 1 to 2 night a week thing. I'm too old to do it every night. Maybe when I was in my 20s.
You can't do it now. Last game we did that with. What was the last game you stayed up till like pulling all nighter, Buck?
The last what kind of game? Like any game?
Game that made you pull an all nighter.
Oh, dude, Skyrim literally all the time.
Okay, I'm gonna sound really old now.
Final
Guy's
Friday
gonna
the
say
13th.
Zelda.
13th.
Oh,
Friday the 13th was the
Oh,
last game that
okay. No,
that's a good game.
I used to. So I'm pretty sure you were in my group that was always playing.
Yeah.
So it was me, you,
Mhm.
Shorty, Geezer, Silveri. We had some randoms that ended up being like in the big gang of like, yo. I separated my shoulder that summer, so like I was off work. I was literally at home all day every day, and I was getting up at 1 p.m. playing NHL for the first 5-6 hours. Around 7-8 o'clock, everyone was getting on to play Friday the 13th, and we played till like 3 or 4 a.m. pretty much every single day.
Yeah.
And it was all
It
summer
never
long.
failed.
All summer long. People would get so upset too. Mackie would play, and then he'd get mad because
Yeah.
Shorty was always really quiet whenever he played, and he was literally the best Jason. You'd be just doing your own thing, and all of a sudden you turn a corner and there's Shorty, and he kills you. It's just like, what?
That's the
That's
worst
funny.
part, dying to somebody who doesn't talk to.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah, every now and then you'd probably hear a peep out of Shorty like, because he killed you. But that game was
Oh,
good. A lot of good memories on that one too.
I still like re-download it every now and then to try and join public games, and like sometimes it's like, and then it crashes, and I'm like, no. Oh,
Yeah,
great
my
game.
kids have that game now.
it's a
Like,
great game.
yeah, it's still good. Like I play it with them sometimes.
Yeah, no.
What's that new game that came out that was supposed to be really good? That's kind of like it.
Oh god, I don't know.
They're coming out multiplayer like in November, and I'm really excited for it. I was gonna buy it when it does. It's like Asylum or something.
Okay.
I haven't heard of it.
Or I don't know what it's called.
Oh well.
Yeah, fuck, I'll think of it later.
Yeah, but
But it's
that was
basically
a
like Friday the 13th.
that was a great game. I missed that. I missed just being able to like jump in an Xbox party, and we'd literally all play this all night long. And like no, and like if someone got off, like there was always like 10 or 11 people in the party. So
Yeah.
Um, couple comments in the chat. Big dub here. 007 Golden Eyes coming out. I hope that's elite. Um, are DPs resetting too? Yes, it's a full reset. So no one on any rosters, any DP will be reverted to the status that applies to them
yeah,
at the time of reset. So whether that means someone goes back to a prospect,
R.I.P. Sad
same,
dude.
yeah, RIP. So no, hey, he'll be an amateur.
Yeah, but now he's got to go into bidding.
Yeah, now he's got to go into bidding. I did see him say he's probably going to go play forward.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's his natural position.
yeah, he's actually a pretty good center. What about draft picks? Are they being redistributed? Yeah, so each team will get
The same amount of
their
picks.
set draft picks, right? Their set amount. And as far as I understand it, I would assume it's going to be just like the last reset, and Tris will do the random draw like he did on stream, right, Buck?
I don't remember how Tress did it, but yeah, it was something like that. He did
Yeah,
something
he did.
random.
Yeah, he did something on stream to do the randomized picks. So
Hughes must be pissed.
yeah, he was one of the owners that loaded up on
Yeah, really loaded up.
DPs and good picks. So yeah, that kind of sucks for that. But I mean, what can you do? There's
He
another team
can come
that
back next season and do it again, so that way he can be stocked up for the next draft. I don't know.
Well, how about you just build a better team?
that too.
One could talk, Manny.
Um,
One could talk.
No, I'm
who's the other
right there in
team?
the same boat. I want to build a better team next season.
I think
Well, I have goal number one for you for building a better team. Do not bring Hobo onto your management team.
Yeah. Let's talk about that off stream.
can we add an NCAA league?
Um, there's more to that. I will explain in a few days, if not next episode, just because that's something that I'm very much working on and need to finalize stuff with McDonald and Tris. NCAA league is probably a thing, but I don't know how it's gonna go yet.
Yeah,
No more TC league, pretty much.
which is needed. That's cool.
Yeah, you need something different there.
I'll be able to give you guys more information once I have all the information.
Once you got the details ironed out, all
Yes,
that fun
sir.
stuff. Well,
So Sam Squatch is in the chat and says, "Make less Treigns, fatty."
I just read that. I was waiting for you to say it to him.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
he would know, right? He's in the cup finals, and you won most
absolutely
trades.
correct.
You
I mean,
won
I
most
did.
trades.
I did.
Guy makes a stream trade live on stream.
You know what? How
Dedication.
about we get a management duo that doesn't get banned because they're trying to bring people that shouldn't be in leagues onto my team.
Yeah, that's tough. You did the right thing there, though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But the one thing you didn't do
bring
right.
Hobo onto GM.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, and the one thing you didn't do right was bring Hobo onto GM.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's Hobo. He's my line mate in WJC. And I literally had to run a hitting build to make myself happy playing with Hobo. So.
It's rough. That WJC team's fun though. I got some fun characters on that team.
The fact that we made playoffs and like jumped from like out of playoffs to second in the division was kind of
6 wins straight.
That, yeah. I was.
Got
And it all started with fucking me playing my first game of NHL in like 3 weeks as a skater with Hobo on my right wing in a sweaty game that went to 2 OT, and I said, fuck this, it's WHC, I want to have fun. Big hitting build, last 2 games. 2 blowouts last 2 games. I'm like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah, we're playing some guys I have some beef with too on the other team, so.
Yeah, we're playing what, Sweden?
Yeah, playing Visions.
Oh, we're playing Deeks and Goon the Bearded.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Wicked. Nodo.
Our defense is good though. I'm not too worried about it.
They have Zeno in that. I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
Oh.
The guy who got 2 shutouts in the playoffs and still got benched after that and lost in the first round.
That's tough looks.
Yep. Yes, Wicked, we are playing you. We're going to kick your ass.
You won't say that.
I'm going to kick his ass then.
All right, you kick his ass. I don't talk shit until after the fucking series.
Batty is not an ass kicker, is what he's saying.
I'm not. I'm a good gamer.
He's just gonna go graze in his grass and do his thing in his corner.
That's right.
If I play like I did last night, all right, I will be fine.
Yeah. If you played like you did last week, we won't be fine.
Saying that fucking line can't score. They need a goddamn map. I need JR to go on that line. They need a map.
You can get me on that line. I'll make them score. That's what I do. I make people score.
That's true.
Whether
I have one dude that can score on that line.
Whether by passing the puck or by just crushing every defenseman to give you breakaways.
Yeah.
That's literally
whatever works, right?
That's literally all I did in the last game. They were just
all
like,
he did.
Defense.
Literally ran out hitting build.
It was literally just me and the left wing running hitting builds and Hobo with his sniper, and we would 2-man the defenseman so they would get sandwiched. Puck would drop. Hobo would just pick it up, go and score. Like, just can't
It's good times.
outrun the hitting builds. Because they're not like.
Speaking of the hitting builds, NHL 23, man.
Yeah.
The hitting builds are going to be
gone.
Well, I think from what I've seen, guys. Yeah, like guys had to have at least like silver truck on, but it should be.
Let's go, Nate. Subbing. Thanks for the sub at 8. True homie.
It should be pretty interesting though. Um, Laugh has a good point. If goalie's still crap essentially at launch and going back to skater,
Oh, I'm hanging the pads
idea,
officially. Like,
yeah,
straight up, if that's the
idea of
case.
running a big D man is appealing. Yeah, as long as you don't spam poke check on D and you actually have gap control, like that. I mean, there's going to be a huge skill gap in defensemen this year, big time. Um,
Unfortunately for those
I
shitty
mean,
defensemen.
I'll probably still end up playing goalie regardless because I like playing goalie, but God, the beta experience was just ew.
Indescribable because it's so bad.
Yeah. Well, like the when you go to track the puck over and your goalie's still facing this way and
Yeah,
you're
I know.
moving this way, like
And you're
that,
just
it's
like,
like, come on. Like, why is that? Why is that a thing?
yep.
You know? But
The
I'm sure they'll have that fixed
and
before
then your
launch and all that
body's still
stuff.
facing that way, but you're looking that way anyways, and the puck is
Yeah.
coming at you 165 miles per hour because the guy's got gold 1T from 4 feet away.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Guys ripping get like clappers and that, even without gold 1T, they're actually like
Bombs.
legit bombs, you know? But then if a guy had that gold 1T on, it was like almost a guaranteed it
Goal.
was getting in that net. Yeah.
If he hit the
It
net,
was,
it was a
it was
goal.
too crazy. Yeah. As long as he didn't miss the net wide. Um Here's another comment from Laugh here. The amount of goals I gave up that hit me and went in last season made me want to quit. Legit, just mentally draining to be in position and have it go off me 20 feet in the air and in.
Woo, NHL. Yeah.
Yeah, Laugh got hit. Laugh just got hit with 5 ads. Me too, dude.
So
Yeah.
I don't know why Twitch did this, but like
I
out
hate it.
of nowhere now you just get like ad, and they're so long.
Yeah, unless you're a subscriber, like you get that automatically.
Yeah.
Like the good thing is like if you subscribe to a channel, like you don't have to deal with that, but their frequency uptick on
Yeah.
the ads and how like
Yeah.
I'm a mod in the chat obviously. So I've had it up for this whole time and I'm not subscribed right now to the channel, which I thought I was, but apparently must have ran out. I thought I had my Prime on it, but regardless, I've had 4 instances now throughout this stream, and we haven't even been streaming that long, maybe a little
No.
over an hour.
Yeah.
And I think there's 4 instances now where I've had ads, and the last one was just 5. So kind of crazy. Like it's just nuts. How
Hey,
many? Oh,
the hype
here
train
you
is
go.
going, boys. So, and Nate gifted a sub to Laugh because he was bitching about it, and then
Yeah.
Laugh gifted a sub to Con.
Hey, there you go.
There
You
you
repaid it
go.
back. That's awesome. I'd like
That's
to see
payback. Now let's hope Con can come in the chat and do the same thing. Get the
that.
hype
For
train
sure.
rolling. Speaking of subscriptions, next season, like I keep reminding everyone on the show, we're starting our own channel for LG Runs Wild. It won't be on my personal channel or Gazelle's anymore. So then, whenever you guys subscribe to our channel for the podcast, when the payouts come out, we're going to be putting up polls to donate the money. And we're each going to put out a donation or like a good cause to send that money to. So whenever you guys sub to us, all the money goes back out to charity and donations and stuff like that. So just
Yep. Yeah.
like
So
reminding
I think
people.
we've done a lot of spitballing on it. I think what we're gonna do is for the first 3 payouts, it'll be, one of Buck's choice, my choice, one of Valley's
Yeah.
choice, not in any specific order. And then from there, what we'll do is there will be a channel in the Discord in which you guys can make a suggestion, and then we'll just allow everyone to vote on it.
Yeah.
And next payout goes to that. Is I think what we're gonna do, and just kind of cycle through it. And um, we're really excited about that.
Yeah,
So
because
Pretty awesome.
it's always good to because there's so many good charities and causes, right? Like that, and like so many of them that like affect a lot of people that either or I know or somebody else knows, right?
mhm,
Like the Cancer Society or like the children's hospitals or like anything, right?
mhm.
So
Yeah, there's a ton of really good ones out there. So
is
I
that
mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some that I haven't heard of either, that aren't as mainstream
100%.
that other people have like local community wise and stuff. So
Well, like, there's also,
um,
like, you guys have American charities, and I have the
yeah,
Canadian ones, like, the different
exactly.
foundations and all the different agencies, and, it doesn't hurt to, give back. So, like, we do this for you guys give to us, and we give back to other communities.
Yep.
So,
This gonna be awesome. Really excited.
and
Yeah, for sure.
and hopefully next season we can potentially even get a fourth guest on the show, but like a permanent guest even. You never
Mm-hmm.
know. We're always looking to expand. We're always looking for guests. We just gotta, make the times work and make sure, people get it. This season's a good trial run for all that.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
had a good go, and we're coming to the end of the season. We've got one more show probably next week, and then it's off to the sunset until next season starts. We might do
Yeah,
an occasional show here and there, talk about things, because that's what we do. We're here to talk about things. I'll talk
Especially with the
about,
NHL season starting up.
right, NHL season starting
yeah,
up. Okay, and
yeah.
like,
You got the NHL season starting up, and then once like roadmap, all that stuff's released, like things that we can actually finally discuss once it's made public.
yeah,
Then get your guys's get everybody in here talking and talking about it and stuff. I'm really excited for tomorrow, for Brody to release
the big
the
news,
NHL 23 roadmap.
timelines, and all that. Yeah.
Like he had promised out there in the chats. So I look forward to that and seeing the reactions from that as well. So
Yeah.
it should be pretty exciting. Um, yeah, I
I
don't know. I think a lot of people are gonna. I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are excited. I believe so.
I think everyone's really excited to see what the direction is. So I know I am one of those people in that boat. So
There's a lot of excitement. There's also a lot of worry, and I get that because everyone's like, "LG always makes poor decisions too fast, or makes these decisions too fast." So, hoping what's laid out is well received.
I mean, especially considering how long it's been talked about.
Yes.
It's been well thought out, solid plan in place. I mean, it's exciting because PlayStation switches to next gen, so we're finally going to have both sides on next gen.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
clutch.
what that means is more esports events potentially for PSN then, because that was the big downfall for those guys is because they were running old gen and all the sponsored events want to run on the new stuff, right?
Yeah,
So
that sucked.
there's a lot of cool things that I think are in play, and it's going to be awesome to see.
Um, will you have to pick a console? I'm gonna let Brody answer that with his stuff. Just because I still don't really know the answer to that myself.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think it's a Brody choice decision at the end of the day.
yep,
I don't got much else for tonight. Like I said, this was just a last second. Like I was like, "Hey guys," a few hours ago. I'm like, I forgot I'm leaving for the weekend. I won't be here tomorrow night. Can we do this
yeah,
tonight?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I knew it
It
was going to
was
be a little bit of a shorter show. Wow, I can't talk anymore.
yeah,
Um,
it's all right though. The only thing that sucks about it is that yesterday tomorrow was obviously our planned time until Buck remembered that, and
yeah.
thankfully we were all available because we still wanted to get on here and talk about the things we did talk about.
Oh,
But
100%.
then we were hoping, obviously, to be able to be like get the reactions from you guys from the news dropping tomorrow. Shakiris,
Yeah.
that's the answer to that question right there. Tomorrow, the timelines and everything will be released with the direction
I'm
and all
also
that. So
so glad that we did it tonight for that reason because with the news dropping tomorrow, I feel like the show probably could have gone on for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, like, I mean that would have been that could
'Cause
easily
there's
be a show all on its own.
like we might have to do a show midweek next week to like cover some of it and like discuss it.
Yeah,
Cool with that. Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
probably after the men finals, I would think would be a good time because we could hit on that, and then
Yes,
We
sir.
could do right after the men finals.
yeah,
Could do that, and then we'll have another show next Friday if I'm there.
yeah.
I won't
I
be there next Friday.
oh yeah,
I
wow.
have I have a work event. Unless you want me to, from the campsite.
I thought the Chippendales were off in the fall. Is that no?
Jeez.
And I don't know the time that he's
It'll happen when it happens.
I guarantee you it's going to happen sometime between midnight and
Midnight.
11:59 p.m. So
Smart ass.
that,
Between midnight and midnight. Dad joke
but
to
yeah,
the max.
that's all for me, guys. Thanks for hanging out, asking questions, interacting. Appreciate it, Nate. Awesome of you to do the gift subs, laugh, all you guys.
Yeah, honestly.
Thanks for doing that.
Really appreciate you guys. Fatty, anything? Do you need to do a sexy
Nah.
cow dance to make us all feel better?
Nah. Peace. I'm gonna throw out the piece and just disappear like that kid in the meme.
Just, you gotta do the Homer through the bush.
Yeah.
Slowly fade away.
He could. Gazelle could. You just gotta go behind the green screen.
Yeah, I could fade back eventually. Gonna get far enough back. No, gonna hit the wall. It still picks me up.
That's great. Alright, guys. Have a great night, and we will catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching. See ya.